and our newly elected advisor, AJ.
As the advisors, we would like to start with the Sankofa Nation greeting. Then we will provide you with the national address and finally the nation's presentations to share information.
We share this traditional Zulu greeting and responses that we utilize in the Sankofa Nation. It is about recognition. I acknowledge your humanity. It is about connection and seeing the whole person, their story, ancestry, struggles, and dignity. In a world where people, especially those marginalized, are often erased or unseen, Sawubona becomes a powerful act of cultural and historical restoration. Sankofa, go back and get it. The greeting Sawubona, meaning we see you, I and all my ancestors see you. Our response is Sakona, meaning I am here to be seen. I will share my true self. Another response is Yebo Sawubona. I see you seeing me. Now for a little call and response. I will say Sawubona, and your response is Sakona. I will say Sawubona again, and your response is Yebo Sawubona. Sawubona.
Sakona.
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 Sawa,
Sakona.
Sawubona.
Sikona.
Ebo
Oh,
Sawubona.
Sawakona.
Sawubona.
Now for the national address.
Our leadership, membership, and real changers remain strong and dedicated. We are having the following updates. Town Hall. Yesterday, we held our town hall. We held elections to determine our new queen, king, and advisors. We are honored to introduce our reigning queen, Queen Kaya, and our newly elected king, King Ace. We know that they will do a wonderful job leading our nation. Our advisors are AJ and my brother and I. Membership, elders. We have enjoyed having elders join our Sankofa Nation conversations and share their wisdom and encourage us. New members, we have continued to see and welcome new citizens to our nation. Thank you. We see you.
Classes with our world changers, Mrs. Ebron and Mr. Damon Tyler. We learned about the following: the real Africa, brainwaves and mind frequencies, African universities. We had an end of summer talent show. Life and life is like a game of chess. For the class, we talked about world events and how we felt about them with our guidance and support from Mrs. Ebron and Dr. Anita. Also, we want to offer our condolences to Mr. Tyler and his family. Our last class was 30 Ways to Create a Progressive Life.
In closing, our message of hope and unity is our nation is rich. Our currency is enthusiasm, knowledge, and collaboration. Hotep.
Hotep.
Yeah.
Queen Kaya, would you like to present first?
I would, but if you guys would like to present, you guys can first.
We defer to you, Queen Kai.
Thank you. Can you see my screen? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, my name is Kaya Ann, and today I'm going to tell you about something called the lesson theory by Mel Robbins. It's a way of thinking that helps us stay strong, peaceful, and focused, just like many heroes in Black history did. What is the lesson theory? The lesson theory means when people act in a way you don't like or don't understand, let them. Don't waste your energy trying to control them. Instead, stay focused on who you are and what you want to do. What are the 3 main points? Number 1, you can control other people. People will do what they do. Don't let it upset you. Number 2, protect your peace. When you let them, you don't waste your energy being mad. You keep your calm. Number 3, stay focused on your goals. Use your time and energy to grow, succeed, and shine. Allow me to give you some example in our history when we let them. Rosa Parks, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama. Buses were segregated. Black riders had to give up their seats to white passengers. On December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. She was arrested, but she stayed calm. She let them treat her unfairly, and her courage started the Montgomery County bus boycott. Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted over a year and changed history. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., 1950s, 1960s. Dr. King led the civil rights movement using peace and nonviolence. Many people hated him, threatened him, and even put him in jail. Instead of fighting back with hate, he let them be cruel, but kept focusing on his dream of freedom and equality. His leadership helped bring the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Little Rock Nine, 1957. In Little Rock, Arkansas, 9 Black students were chosen to attend Central High School, which had been all white. On September 4th, 1957, crowds yelled at them. Angry crowds yelled at them and tried to block them. The students let them yell and threaten, but they walked in bravely. They showed the world the importance of equal education. Ketanji Brown Jackson. In 2022, she became the first Black woman on U.S. Supreme Court. During her confirmation hearings, she faced unfair and harsh questions. She let them doubt her and stayed calm. Now she serves on the highest court in the country, inspiring future generations. Examples of current events. Serena Williams. Serena Williams is one of the greatest tennis players ever. In my opinion, she is the GOAT, the greatest player of all time. Critics talked badly about her appearance and attitude. She let them talk while she kept winning and earning 23 Grand Slam titles and becoming a role model worldwide. Simone Biles. Simone Biles is the most decorated gymnast in history. At the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, she stepped back from some events to protect her mental health. Some people criticized her, but she let them talk and put her health first. She came back strong, proving courage is about more than medals. What would you do if someone didn't include you in a game at recess? You can answer the question.
Advisors raise their hand.
What would you do, advisor? Jaden.
I would start my own game.
I like that answer. That's right. You can let them and still enjoy your day. I'm going to read some situations. If you think the answer is let them, give me a heart or a thumbs up, or whatever reaction you desire. Example number 1. Someone makes fun of your shoes.
So you got some thumbs up. So I think it's let them.
Example number 2. A friend doesn't invite you to their birthday party.
That's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Example number 3. Your teacher gives you homework. This was a tricky one. Okay.
Miss Queen gave me a heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't let them. You still have to do your homework. How can you use the let them theory in your life? If a classmate don't include you in a game, let them. Find your own fun.
That's what the advisor said.
Yes, ma'am. If someone teases you, let them. You know who you are. If others don't believe in your dreams, let them. Keep working hard anyway. The let them theory teaches us you can't control others. You can protect your peace. You can stay focused on your goals. So remember, let them, but never let them stop you. Thank you. Any questions?
Let's give Queen Kaya a round of applause. Excellent job. Are there any questions or comments? All right, advisors. I see a hand.
You did an excellent job, Queen Kaya. Good job.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Questions or lots of thumbs up, claps? All right.
How did you find this theory? Is this something that your parents showed to you, or is this something that you discovered?
Well, my mom started listening to an audiobook called The Lesson Theory by Mel Robbins, like in the beginning in my presentation. It was like by Mel Robbins, it's on Audible.
And you started listening to.
Yeah, I started listening to the Lesson Theory.
And what did you decide after listening to it?
I wanted to make the presentation and show everyone.
I love it. I love it. I love it because you gave us an opportunity to see how this was something that you were interested in as well. And you wanted to share that with your peers and then now with us. I think you did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, the advisor.
Advisor.
Hi, this is the advisor's mom. I just wanted to say again, congratulations, Queen Kaya, and thank you for your excellent presentation. You continue to inspire us, and we admire you, and we cherish the information that you share with us. It's so valuable, and it's very timely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I totally agree. Totally agree. Blew us away last night and today. Anyone else?
Roberta has her hand up.
Okay.
Queen Kaya, thank you so much for this presentation. It was inspiring and it was thought-provoking, and it was a very thoughtful presentation. And so we appreciate you so much for bringing this information and presentation to us and doing such an excellent job and bringing it with conviction and passion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All righty. Anyone else? If not, advisors and Queen Kaya is back in your court. Okay.
Sorry. Today we have two presentations. Our first presentation is about the Crown Act, and our second presentation is about the Zulu Personal Declaration.
Sawubona, I'm Advisor Payton, and today I would like to revisit a presentation I delivered in 2023 regarding the Crown Act. The inspiration for presenting this again and having a discussion about it is the video I'm about to share. Some of you might have seen this on Facebook, highlighting a concerning trend of violence directed towards our melanated queens. I do not own the video or any of the content. The rest of the presentation is the same one I presented in 2023 with the exception of an update to which states have passed the Crown Act and equivalent laws.
Pulling little black girls' hair out at school is a hate crime. And I want teachers to take note of this, and parents, I want you to take note of it too. Now, I realized this last year when a little black girl in my class got some beautiful braids put in her hair. And all of a sudden, I started noticing that there were braids laying around the playground. And when I asked her about that, because I braid hair myself and I was going to see if I could attach one of the braids back on, she just didn't want to have didn't want to discuss it. I said, how did this braid come out of your hair? Well, she was playing with a little group of non-black girls, and they were just playing, and it just accidentally just yanked the braid out of her head. I looked in this little girl's head. She had 8 braids that were yanked out of her head from the root. One of them had a scar on it. It was pink because they were yanking her braids out. Now, in this particular school I was at, there were only 3 little black girls in the grade that I was teaching. And the rest of the kids, they were girls from Mexico. They were kids from Afghanistan. And a few white children were there. And so what I did was I sat back and I watched. And when we went to recess that day, I noticed one of the little Mexican girls, they got around her, the little Mexican girls got around her in a circle, and they were all playing tag, right? They were all hitting each other and playing tag like kids do in elementary school. And then all of a sudden, she just ran up to her and pushed her down and then grabbed her braids and yanked until she pulled 2 of them out. Then she held it up and started laughing and threw it on the ground, and they all were standing around her laughing. And y'all know I laid into him. I just went, get over here. Get over here. And of course, the little Mexican girl just starts crying. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Kelly. It was an accident. We were playing and I didn't mean to do that. I go, you know not to pull anybody's hair. I said, what if she grabbed your hair? I said, can she grab your hair and pull it? No, why? Because it would hurt. I said, you don't think that it hurts her that you pulled that out of her hair? And the little black girl, oh no, we were just playing, Miss Kelly. We were just playing. She didn't mean to do it. Oh, and the little Mexican girl just crying and crying and crying. And then by that time, the little boys from Afghanistan were over picking the braids up. Here's your hair, ha ha ha. Woo! So I called both of the parents. The little girl was African, and her mother didn't follow through on it the way that I wanted her to follow through on it. But I did get her turned into the office and told her mother that she yanked the little girl's hair out from the root, and her mother was livid about that, right? The mother was very upset about it. And we came up with the conclusion that it was mean-spirited and she had done it on purpose. Then as I started to walk around the playground, I realized that there was always braids laying out there on that playground. It was always braids laying out on the playground. And it wasn't just the little girl that was in my class. It's other little girls. And so what I realized is that what they're doing is they see a little black girl with braids in her hair, something that's cute. They get jealous and they yank it out of her head. Do you guys know that that is assault? To have something from your body ripped out. I mean, once you take a braid in your hair and rip it out, like my hair right now, I just went and got it, I got it trimmed, right? Flat ironed it and got it trimmed. If I grabbed a piece of my hair that I will use to braid before I get ready to go back to work, if I yanked this out of my head right now, I would be bleeding. It would hurt. And what the young lady in New York said, was trying to get that parking spot, the first thing she said was those two men, and that woman, the first thing they did was go for her hair. And so what we realize now is that when people, this hate crime against black women, is that when anyone wants to humiliate us, they grab our hair in the attempt to pull it off our head. Because I'm going to tell you this, yanking a black woman's wig off, yanking her braids out of her head, is like, it is that embarrassing and that humiliating. Not only do people in other cultures do it, but with black women, when they start fighting, the first thing they do is go for that hair because they want to humiliate the other woman. It is going to be, and it should be, a hate crime to do that. And I hope that at some point we get legislation for that now that we have the Crown Act. But I want teachers and I want parents to know it is not an accident. Your child is not playing on the playground so hard that her braid gets ripped out of her head. I didn't see a handful of the little Mexican girls' hair laying on the ground. I didn't see the little white girls that were there. I didn't see a handful of blonde hair laying on the ground. But that is what they do with the little black girls. Take their hair and rip it out from the root. And then they start crying because they were just playing. And the little black girl is so embarrassed by it that the only thing she wants to do is take the braid and put it in her pocket and not talk about it because everybody's laughing at her. We need to put a stop to it. And next school year, teacher, next school year, parent, if you find a student and she has had a braid ripped out of her head, it is assault and you need to handle it as if it is assault and battery because it is a hate crime. It's being done to hurt. It's being done to humiliate little black girls.
Hi, I'm Peyton, a junior Sankofa world changer just like you. Today I'll talk about a very important law, the Crown Act. Today I'll talk about what the Crown Act is, why it is important, how you can help, and remind you to wear your crown the Sankofa way. The Crown Act is a law. Simply put, this law protects your right to wear your hair however you want to. Crown stands for creating a respectful and open world for national hair. Here's a little history about African Americans' fight to protect their hair. We've been fighting to protect our hair for centuries. In 1964, the Civil Rights Act stopped discrimination against Afros only. In 2019, California introduced the Crown Act. 6 months later, California made it a law. In 2022, it passed in the House of Reps, but not in the Senate. That means it could not be a federal law. In 2023, we need to bring this back to the Congress so that it becomes a federal law. Here is how we are doing so far. So far, only 20 states have passed the Crown Act. We have 30 more to go. If this is passed by the Senate and signed by the President into law, this would be a major win. Here's an update list. As a mid-2025, 25 states stand, 25 more. Why is this important? Some students have been forced to remove their braids, extensions, or cut off their locks. Some schools didn't allow boys to have long hair. Students were suspended from school or could not play sports. This bill will end that and protect your rights, promote cultural responsiveness, and belonging. What can you do? Always use positive words and body language when talking about your hair. For example, if there is no such thing as good hair or bad hair. It's just our hair. Talk to your school and see if they have a dress code that prevents you from wearing your hair how you want to. When you go to a barber or hairdresser, ask them about the Crown Act. Ask them to put up a poster or information about it. If your state has not passed the Crown Act, write to your Congress about it. Remember, black hair is beautiful. Black hair is culture. Black hair is symbolic. Black hair belongs. Wear care and speak of your hair in a Sankofa way, like a king or queen. Here are some books and a song that I like that represents black hair.
With hair like that, brushing's gonna be a big part of Alan's bedtime routine. Oh, now Elmo would like to introduce his next guest. She's from California, and she sings She's Her.
I love something, yes I do. It's curly and it's brown and it's right up there. You know what I love, that's right, my hair. I really love my hair. I love my hair. I love my hair. There's nothing else that can compare with my hair. I love my hair, so I must declare I really, really, really love my hair. Wear a clippy or in a bowl, or let it sit in an afro. My hair looks good in a cornrow. It does so many things, you know, that's why I let it grow. I love my hair, I love my hair, I love it and I had to share. I love my hair, I love my hair, had to make the world aware. I love my hair. I wear it up, I wear it down, I wear it twisted all around. I wear braids and pigtails too. I love all the things my hair can do. In barrettes or flying free, They're the perfect tresses you see. My hair is part of me, an awesome part of me. I really love my hair.
Questions or advice about how you can show pride in your hair?
I'll be back. Well, first of all, let's give Advisor Peyton a round of applause. And any questions? Because I think Advisor Jayden has a presentation too. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? We'll continue our round of applause and Advisor Jayden. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Queen Kaya, go right ahead.
First, I want to say that Pharaoh Advisor Peyton did a great job on his presentation. And also, I would hate it. I have locks in my hair, and I would hate if someone were to pull out my locks. And how I would say I feel proud in my hair, like wear different hairstyles, have my chin up high so everyone can notice me, and I'm not just someone just walking down the street. I have to own my hair.
All right, Queen Kaya. Thank you. Um, uh, Sister Roberta.
Good afternoon, Advisor Peyton. Thank you so much. I missed that presentation when you first did it, so I was very glad to be here today to hear it again. I wanted to ask you, because I was looking at the update, is North Carolina on the list of, is North Carolina one of the states that still has not passed this legislation, to your knowledge?
One moment.
Thank you.
It's not on there.
Okay, thank you very much. North Carolina is not on there, and you can rest assured that I will be writing congressmen, and I will also be gathering a group so that we can start this make sure that this legislation gets passed here in North Carolina. And I guess that's why I'm still here. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome. Mrs. Ebron?
Okay. Thank you. I would just like to say I'm so glad that you redid this and updated us because just this past week I saw a video that was just unbelievable. It was on a school bus, and a little white boy was pulling a little African American young lady's hair. I mean, he had her at the root and pulling her hair, and I was having all kinds of fits, and everybody was writing in the comment, where is this? Because he really should have been the bus driver. I don't know why the bus driver didn't see this, because he had her pulled down in the seat and he wouldn't let go. And I was hoping, I was saying, I hope she was screaming, and but the bus driver just kept on driving. I don't know if there was a bus matron on the bus, but that little boy should be arrested for assault because it was assault, and the parents should be fined, if not him put in jail. It was just so violent and horrific, and he could not have been more than 10, and she was around the same age, or about 9 or 10. And it was just so horrific. So I'm seeing this, I'm going to look back to see if any uh, consequences happen, because that is horrible. And as a former teacher, I remember seeing hair um, extensions on the ground. And I was saying, why are these children pulling out their hair? I'm thinking that had the hair themselves were doing it. But now with the presentation, I realized that it was probably because I never saw anybody do that to anyone, but it was probably the same kind of experience that was going on. And I wish I had known, but this is a way for all of our teachers and parents to be more aware and alert, and to ask our children and grandchildren, how was your day? What was going on? And just make sure that people are not traumatized each and every day because of for anything, but especially because of their hair. Anyone else? Okay. Advisor Jaden, you could go ahead with your presentation. And just one second before you go, Advisor AJ, do you have a presentation also for today? Okay, all right. So Advisor Jaden will go next, and then Advisor AJ. Yes, I agree, Dr. Lewis. It does. It makes you want to go on all the school grounds and start looking to see if you see hair.
Sawubona, we see you. My ancestors and I, we see you and your ancestors. Today we are going to read the Zulu Personal Declaration. My brother and I presented the Zulu Declaration exactly a year ago. It was powerful then. Today, it is in a time when hate is rising and division feels heavy. The Zulu Personal Declaration speaks to us with urgency. It reminds us of a truth that cannot be erased, that to be human is to live with dignity, with compassion, and with respect for one another.
The importance of the Zulu Declaration. 1. It is an example of African deep thought. 2. It is the quintessential value system of the Zulu people, of what it means to be human. 3. It builds confidence. 4. It is an affirmation to one's strengths, uniqueness, and responsibilities as a citizen of the world. Number 5. It is the words of the ancestors. Our ancestors knew this a long time ago. They believed in Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. In other words, I can't be my best self unless we support each other. They knew that kindness, respect, and community make us stronger than hate ever could. When we speak the Zulu Declaration today, we're making a promise that we won't let hate win. We won't forget our humanity. Instead, we choose to be good people and good neighbors, just like our ancestors taught us.
I, I am. I am alive. I am unique. I am the face of humanity. The face of humanity is my face.
The infinity is a unity. It cannot be destroyed. I am a constituent of the unity. I cannot be destroyed. The infinity and I are inseparable. I am eternal. I am the secret that drives out all fear.
Perpetual evolution is my destiny. I evolve forever in response to the challenge of being human.
I've a mind to light my path in the mazes of the cosmic order. My neighbor has a mind. It also comprehends all things.
My neighbor and I have the same origins. We have the same life experiences and a common destiny. We are obverse and reverse sides of one entity. We are unchanging equals.
We are the faces which see themselves in each other. We are mutually fulfilling complements. We are simultaneously legitimate values.
My neighbor's sorrow is my sorrow. His joy is my joy. He and I are mutually fulfilled when we stand by each other in moments of need.
His survival is a precondition of my survival.
That which is freely asked or freely given is love. Imposed love is a crime against humanity. I am sovereign of my life.
My neighbor is sovereign of his life. Society is a collective sovereignty. It exists to ensure that my neighbor and I realize the promise of being human. I have no right to anything I deny my neighbor. I am all are me.
I come from eternity. The present is a moment in eternity. I belong to the future.
I can commit no greater crime than to frustrate life's purpose for my neighbor. I define myself in what I do to my neighbor.
I am the servant of my ancestors. My ancestors are humanity.
All I live for is to be the best that I can be. There are no frontiers I cannot cross, for I, the person, am my own challenge.
I am the past, the present, and the future. I have no beginning and no end. I'm the brick out of which society is built. I am the eternal person.
In everything I think and do, I describe myself. We have in us everything we need to evolve, to discover satisfying dimensions of being human, to realize the promise of being persons.
I know I shall prevail, for I am who I say I am.
He has not been born who shall say he has conquered me. Do you have any questions?
Excellent, excellent. Let's give them a round of applause for both presentations. Excellent. It's just powerful. These are, Freddie says, these are amazing presentations. They are just amazing. They should just be broadcast to everyone. Any questions?
I have
For
a
the
small, I'm sorry, this is Ron Triplett. We all are very impressed with the mindset so young and dealing with the climate that we're in. I just put in the chat that it possibly might call for a self-defense class on how to reverse or prevent that. Not supporting violence, but I think it's a real good suggestion. And then you'll probably get the attention once they see kids are going for locks like that, and they can be learn how to just defend themselves, not start fights, and then have folks take another look at that and see if they see it the same as they do now. It's just a nonchalant thing, as the other queen was saying. It's just a thought.
yes. Thank you. Good thought. Uh, thank you. Queen Kaya.
Ace raised his hand first. He can go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it.
I would
King
like
Ace.
you to go first, Queen Kaya.
Thank you. I just wanted to tell the girls they did an awesome job as usual. Great job. I really took those into my normal values. Great job.
Thank you, Queen Kaya.
All righty. Thank you. King Ace, go right ahead.
I would like to say the pharaohs did an amazing job, and we will be good people. And Kai screen share something right quick.
Um, I'm sorry. I missed. What was the last thing he said? I'm sorry.
The last thing what I said is Kai screen share something right quick.
Um, okay. All right. Sure. Wait a minute. What do we have to do? Hold on 1 second. My king, 1 second, please. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. I think I have to make you
A co-host.
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 I can't do it. My computer died, so I'm on my phone now.
All right. Okay. That's gonna make you host, but okay. But I guess I hope that works.
Yeah, and then also while you're in there, you might as well make Queen AJ or Advisor AJ. I'm sorry.
Advisor,
Co-host.
okay. I'm gonna ask the advisors, if you are co-host, can you make Queen AJ co-host advisors? Now, King Ace, you are host, so you can go ahead and share your screen.
Miss Brown?
Yes. Uh-huh.
We can't make, only King Ace could make AJ a co-host.
Okay. All right, King Ace, can you make Queen AJ a co-host? Do you know how
Yes,
to do that?
ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, very good. Thank you, King Ace. Thank you. All right. Okay, so now are you sharing your screen, King Ace?
I think so.
Because I don't see it yet.
You see it? You see it yet?
No, I see you, but I don't see your screen. Do you want to tell us what you have on the screen, or you want to keep trying?
I'm gonna keep trying.
Because sometimes sharing is tricky. That's why I have to get the advisors and everybody else to. All right, there we go. There we go. Go right ahead.
Sent and bred into your
See
children,
it?
because the contributions of the global African people, the global Black community, is tremendous, and it started from day one on this planet.
Yes, we see it.
You see it?
Yes, we can see it, but
And
is
it's
it
going long into the future. Even we must pour into our young people if we want them to be inspired and for them to aspire to greatness on this planet. Inside of the Sankofa Club, your children will enjoy live Black history classes taught by Black teachers who have a love and a passion for our history, our community, and your children. But in addition to that, children Saturdays. These are our community events where we bring the young people together, allow them to talk about their feelings, talk about things that are going on in their community, their perspective. They get a chance to be heard by one of our world changers. That's what we call our teachers inside of the Sankofa Club. But each Sankofa Saturday, children host a town hall event where they run their own nation, the Sankofa Nation, where they have an elected king and queen that rules for 3 long months, and children have an opportunity to impact the direction of the club, the information the children are learning, and the impact that they are having on the world. These are some beautiful, bright, young children out here, and you definitely want your kids to be able to have an opportunity to engage with these individuals. Hey, by the way, before I get going too far, my name is Freddie Taylor. I'm the CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals. We make it fun and easy to learn Black history, and that's right, we're the ones behind the world famous Black History flashcards. We have several in our series, but we've sold over 350,000 decks of this particular series all over the planet. It's been a wonderful experience, but we are actually the company that's behind the Sankofa Club. The Sankofa Club is one of our brands, but it's really how we impact the world. We're looking to make a dent in the universe by literally changing the world, and we know that that starts with our young people, and that's why we're behind the Sankofa Club. We're really excited to combat the problem. Hey, Freddie, what's the problem? The problem is the global narrative of Black and African people on this planet. It's wrapped inside of our movies, our television shows, our media, our news outlets, and more importantly for your children, our educational system and the books that they're reading. They're leaving out the contributions of the global African and Black people. And this is detrimental to your children's self-esteem, their confidence, their ambition, their inspiration, and how they see themselves in the future. It damages their angle of achievement, right? This is things that we want to combat. So the solution to this is to get involved with an organization, get involved with a community, get involved with like-minded parents, people, and world changers like our teachers inside of the Sankofa Club that are pouring goodness, knowledge, and discipline into our young people, right? So we want to invite you to come on and join us inside of the Sankofa Club. It's a wonderful time to click the link and take advantage of our special offer. But if you join us, we promise that in 30 days, if you haven't seen a direct change in your children, now you got to engage our content.
All right. Thank you, King Ace. That's the video. Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause because that was great. You are lifting up Mr. Freddie Taylor as your first presentation. And no, Mr. Taylor didn't know. I even had to remind him the children were coming on, so he did not know that King Ace was going to do that. So let's give him a round of applause, everybody. Excellent job, King Ace, for your first presentation. And I told King Ace last night that he did not have to present because I wanted to give him time, but I am so proud of you that you went on and found someone that you wanted to lift up and present. Round of applause, King Ace. Thank you so much. All righty, so now I don't think anybody has any questions, but let me just ask, anybody have any questions or comments? All right. So now we're going to have a presentation by former Queen and now advisor AJ.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Advisor AJ. Today, my presentation will be on adulting and life skills. Why it's important, what it is, how we effectively teach it to our Black children. What should we do about keeping these values even as adults? So, what is a life skill? The UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, said a life skill can be defined as a psychosocial ability for adaptive and positive behavior that enables individuals to effectively agree with the demands and challenges of everyday life. The most popular question is, why are life skills important? Life skills are important because you should know how to live safely, responsibly, effectively. If you don't know how to do these things unless you learn them. When do we start teaching our children life skills? We should start teaching our children life skills as early as possible. It's important to understand that there are things we learn with age. So the older we get, the more things that are added to them. Now, let's get into these life skills. There are different sections of life skills. Universal skills, which are life skills everyone should learn. Personal development skills, which is also a universal experience, but it's different for everyone. And emotional and social skills. Let's start with the universal skills. This includes, but isn't limited to, domestic skills, driving, basic education, time management, and safety skills. Knowing how to properly clean your home, rules of the road, having basic math, reading, writing, and science skills, create an effective schedule, being aware of your surroundings, knowing what is and is not safe to do, places are all a part of our universal skills. These skills can be taught to children by learning right alongside adults. Talking to your children about what road signs mean, teaching and showing them how to do chores, letting them help make the family or personal schedule are just a couple ways to show them how to do this. Next, we have personal development skills, which also includes but isn't limited to finding purpose, employability, self-reliance, self-care. Knowing your purpose is a very important skill for children, even at a young age. Although purpose changes and grows as you get older, it's important to know what you give and take from the world. Employability. Does your child struggle to get up in the morning? How does your child present themselves to teachers? Can they start and finish good tasks in timely manner? These are just some questions you may ask to judge your child's employability. Self-reliance is also extremely important for everyone. It's important to know how to handle tasks by yourself effectively and completely. Learning this skill does not mean you don't learn or know how to work with others. And self-care. This is a universal skill, but it's important to learn as a personal development skill because it should be recognized as something as the safe required for the safekeeping and care of you. This leads me right to emotional and social skills. This section is quite full. That there's a lot to learn. Each adulting experience is different than the next. These are just some of the basic emotional and social skills, like manners, empathy, listening, image, conversation, and communication. Manners is a very basic skill that can and should be taught from a young age. For example, saying please and thank you, now correcting people online are just two examples of basic. Empathy means imagining yourself in someone else's place and trying to feel what they feel. Having empathy is important in a social skill, and to exercise it, we should listen to others and not judge, with goals hand in hand with listening. We should listen to understand before listening to be understood, meaning listening not to respond, but to understand others' point of view. Image or reputation. How do you present yourself? Are you clean? When you are you sitting hunched over or is your posture straight? Do you yell and scream when someone makes you mad? What are you posting online? This is very important to understand through all ages. Finally, we have the people problem. Conversation and communication. The most important thing to understand with communication and conversation is that we all continue to learn, and it is very different with every person. Finally, when addressing this in Black children, we have a big problem. Many times, parents feel as though teaching their child these things young does not make sense, or telling this to your child makes them sure adult. This is often used when being described as one adult is. Do you have a job? Do you pay bills? Where's your house? This leaves Black children in what I call the CLC place. Confused, lied to, and continuing the cycle. This is because paying your bills, having a job, and a house is part of, but it's not all there is to being an adult. Having a job is a life skill and requirement. But if you have a job, do you know financial literacy, how to pay taxes, how to write a check, the pros and cons of credit versus a debit card? You may have a home. Do you know how to clean it? What do you do when the pipes freeze in the winter? How to organize it? You can pay bills, but do you know how to budget, pay all of them on time, and have some money left over? These are just a few concerns. It's very important for parents to understand that we should both teach and learn life skills at all ages as we continue to grow. A tip for parents is to write down these things that you want to learn and teach your child. You can do this in the form of writing a letter to your child for them to read at a later time, or writing it like a list, and bring these things up every so often. I hope that we could all continue to learn in our daily lives and have fun both teaching and learning together with our children and adults alike. Thank you. Any questions?
Let's give Queen AJ a round of applause. Excellent, excellent job. Does anybody, I see Queen Kaya stand up, and then the advisors. Go ahead, Queen Kaya, then the advisors.
So she did an amazing job like she always does. And those are important, those are important life skills that all of us need to know. Like you can pay the bills, but you need money for like important stuff like food, water, transportation. Good job.
Thank you. You did a good job too.
Thank you.
You did a great job, Queen AJ. No, Advisor AJ, my apologies.
I'm going to call you Queen Advisor AJ. This is the mom to the advisors. You continue to inspire us. We admire you, Queen Advisor AJ. That information is really so important, and you delivered in such a way that is digestible, and I think everyone can use that information immediately. Thank you so much again. We appreciate you.
Thank you. You did a good job, advisors Peyton and JD. I want to say
I appreciate listening to y'all each month, because like you can month to month, like we can hear the growth in your presentation skills and your confidence, in your command of the of the language. It's just beautiful to watch it grow. And King Peyton, or Advisor Peyton, it was really great to see you a couple of years ago. I know that was like a long time ago for you, but just to see your growth, it's just been amazing. So I love to see all of this. This is just beautiful.
All righty. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize my picture wasn't up there. Okay. So if there are no more questions or any other statements, let's give everybody a round of applause. My phone must have acted up, but go ahead and give them a round of applause. I'm just so proud. And this is the product that you get when your child is part of the Sankofa Nation. This is the product. So just be aware that when the information of who you are is poured in, you get trees with blossoms coming out. And that's what you get with being a part of the Sankofa Club and Sankofa Nation. The nation is in good hands with, as you see, with all of the advisors. And so again, I'd like to thank Freddie Taylor for allowing and letting the Sankofa Nation come and present to the Sunday dinner. I think a lot of our young people are now moving from the children's table to the adult table, because this is information that all adults can take and use. So with that being said, thank you all for listening. Let's give them all a round of applause again. And even our new king, he had to, get in there and make his presentation. I'm so proud that he felt confident and comfortable in doing so. And so thank you, Freddie, and I'm turning everything back over to you.
All right. Well, yeah, thank you. I appreciate appreciate all of y'all efforts. There was actually a question in the comments. I don't know how to go. Y'all, I'm normally now, I don't know how to use this, to be honest with you. But I saw financial literacy. I don't know if y'all saw that. Where is it?
Are you talking about the question when they asked, do you know how many states make it a part of education curriculum to have financial literacy before the students graduate?
Yes.
I do not. I can search that up.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's obviously that's really important, right? And that's something that I think a lot of us have been missed at for a while, right? Like in this capitalistic society that money is obviously necessary and important, but it's not just about making money, it's about understanding how it works. So we definitely need to build those literacy skills. I think that's great. Okay, I don't know what my level.
The advisors page and Jade have a question.
Oh, go for it.
Hi, this is Good Mom. I just wanted to segue on that question there. Here in New England, a lot of parents volunteer their time. It's an after-school activity, so sometimes you have to pay for it, sometimes it's voluntary, but they are teaching financial literacy that way. We're still trying to get it into the schools, but it's very tough. But we have a lot of parents that teach it after school for the parents who want that for their kids, which I think is amazing and necessary.
Definitely.
Thank you. There was another question by that was, and I just clicked the wrong thing. A person was asking, the initial was I. I have a brief comment that I would like to share. Who was that? Who wrote that? Teresa, iPhone Teresa. Did you want to make your comment?
I have a brief comment I'd like to share. Come on, iPhone 186, go ahead. Or can you unmute? That's a good question. All right, there you go. I sent the unmute request. It says iPhone 186. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is my first time on here. I did purchase the cards online specifically because I have grandchildren. They are very young. The oldest is 3, but I want them to know their history. I did not teach my children a lot of history because I did not know it. And I really was not interested when I was raising my kids because I was busy raising my kids. I am so proud of these young people on this line, these kings and these queens. They are doing a marvelous job. And my main comment right now is I'm grateful because teaching my children how to pay bills and run a household, I did not do. I did a little bit of it with my youngest, who is now 29 and has a household of his own. But I want my children, my grandchildren to be better and to do better. So I'm very grateful to this program. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak. And thank you for doing what God would have you to do.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And you may want to look into the Sankofa. Now you're seeing the kings and queen arm of the Sankofa Club, but there is we have worksheets that you can do that starts around 2 years old, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So coloring sheets, writing assignments, just little fun stuff to start introducing the young children.
Okay.
Because like, look, let me just be honest. If they
Can
can
you
learn
mute me,
Beyonce
please? Because
songs,
I don't know how to mute me.
I got you.
Thank
I'll
you.
figure it out. Like, look, we might be in this together. Like, we're gonna have to figure it all out. But yeah, if you might want to check that out, because that might Yeah, I got you. That might be of interest to you, right? So it's just like printables. You can print them out and then just start engaging the young children pace. So just something to consider.
And don't forget to mention the value, Freddie, that price is for everybody, every child in the household.
I love it. Y'all. The Sankofa Nation be coming through, right? They got to get me together. You know, I'm good at hyping people up, man. The sales ain't my thing, but it is, right? So it's one price for the entire household, right? So it's not a per child thing. So if you have a few of those grandbabies running around, then you can use this with all of them, and it's just $35 a month. If you go to sankofaclub.com. You can sign up for a free 30-day trial. So you can check it out for free. And that's for everybody, right? Not just the sister that chimed in. If you go to Sankofa Club. All right, yeah, share the link. Let me get that.
Yes, share the love, share the love, share the love.
Yeah, so it's a free 30-day trial. So you can kick the tires, you can come into the community. I mean, you're really seeing the fruit of it today, right? So you're meeting Sister Gwen. She's one of our world changers inside of there, and then Brother Damon Tyler is the other. But you're seeing the pharaohs, you're seeing the king and queens, you're seeing the advisors. All of these are integral parts of the Sankofa Club, right? And the children are rising in the race. King Ace showed up with us today, so that was great to see him. That wasn't his first time on. From a previous event. So it's just a beautiful, y'all know I always got a shirt on. Huh? When motivation doesn't work, discipline does, right? So that's always a good slogan. Everywhere I go, people love this shirt, right? I wear it a lot. I like it. But all right, yeah. So those are the insights of the Sankofa Club. Oh, Queen AJ, you got a question or a comment?
Oh, yeah, I was going to respond to the person who asked how many states require financial literacy. So 17 U.S. states require high school students to take personal finance course. This is as of 2023. But that is kind of a loaded question because 86% of U.S. high schools currently provide financial literacy instruction, but 25% of high school students receive 10 hours or less of financial literacy instruction per year. 73% of teachers reported wanting more financial literacy, and 50% of K through 5 students receive no financial literacy instruction at all. Those do receive less than the 10 hours per year. And financial literacy is not something that can be learned in 10 hours or less, especially if you're going throughout the whole spectrum of learning everything. If we're just doing our basics of personal finance versus doing versus we're going in depth with the stocks and taxes and learning all that stuff, which, as I mentioned in my presentation, some stuff you do teach your younger children, like you can teach your 10-year-old how to budget. That is okay. I get it. You don't want to teach your 10-year-old about stocks. Some 10-year-olds can't learn about stocks. They're going to be sitting there looking at you like, if you don't get out my face with that. But other 10-year-olds are like, yeah, I like this. I want to learn this. But, as your 15-year-old should know how to write a check. That should not be something that they don't know because they only got a couple years before they're supposed to be able to get out here. And if you want your child to go to college and stuff like that, if they don't know how to manage their money versus just on their own, they don't know how to manage a bank account, that causes a lot of problems if they're just learning just the basics of personal finance. You do have to give and put in those hours, and it's very important. Also, that information was from MDR Education.
I love it.
Yeah. Said sign their signature, not print it, because there is a difference. There is.
Yeah, because they're taking that out of the curriculum, right? Cursive writing. They don't write in cursive anymore or something like that.
Yeah,
it's gone from North Carolina altogether. We're lobbying to get it back. We're lobbying to get it back.
I stopped doing cursive in like 3rd grade. I cannot recall from up from 3rd grade that I did cursive. Like it was not required. My mom said it's been out of the curriculum for years. But also home ed is something that's been out of the curriculum too. And I mentioned that in my presentation where you can teach children how to buy a home, but if they don't know how to take care of it, and come on, you don't know how to mow the grass. There's no sense of buying a home. You don't know what you're gonna do.
Wow. I didn't think about that, Dr. Anita, right? No cursive means they cannot read old manuscripts. Can't write them a letter.
Right.
Michigan schools taking it out as well. Wow. Is it a dying thing though? Right? I don't know. Like we're moving into this digital age, which is kind of interesting. Where we are going sounds intentional. I hear that. Another strike on us learning our history. Okay, I see that. AJ, what do y'all think about this conversation around financial literacy? Right, like I've wrestled with adding that to the Sankofa Club. To be honest with you, just some basic stuff, right? Like, again, maybe not no deep stock conversations, but I think you should learn about compound interest because when that's really a magic principle. Go ahead, Sister Gwen.
So at my church, we have a financial ministry, and anything that you want to do from wills to mortgages to everything, they have Friday classes that you can learn how to do that. But then they have major programs. And yesterday they had a major program where a person will start at one station and then you go around, and so it's like monopoly money. You get some, I didn't go through it, but I'm just explaining how it works. I mean, I wasn't able to attend because I was teaching a class, but anyway, so you go to the station, the first station, and I think they give you like $1,000. Then you go to the next station and you have to decide if you're going to rent or buy a house. And so they have a price, and so some people decide I'm going to rent, and so then they have to decide, well, if I rent it's going to be this much, if I buy a house it's going to be this much. So then they go and have to furnish the place with the money, and then they just see the money just going. It might have been more than 1,000, but they just see their money just going and leaving. And so some of them, they get to one of the places, and so they paid all the bills, they paid their house, they've gotten some food, and then they decide, oh, I want a pet. So then they look at their money and they say, oh, I don't have enough for a pet because I can get the pet for maybe $20, but then I don't have enough to feed the pet. So what then going to the different stations, and so but eventually somebody will say to them, well, if you really want a pet, you can go and get another job. So I'm sorry. So they start out with a job. That's what it is. They start out with a job and they get so much money, and then they go around, and then they have to, if they want a pet and they don't have enough money for a pet, then they have to go back and try to get another job. And then they see how, I mean, they actually walk through how the money just leaves their hands so quickly. And then when they come to vacation, oh, I can't afford a vacation because I'm paying for the pet and the pet food and the pet vet. And so it really makes this come alive for especially young people. And then somebody says, well, if you want vacation, you got to go back and get another job. So they begin to see how that works. And so that really helps because all of our young people have a chance to really walk through. I think something like that, rather than just sitting down and talking about it, actually walking through that and physically and visually seeing how fast money can go off your hand. And then, if they get to the bank and they look at their money and say, oh, I want to save. So it really helps them to visually see, even though it seems like I had a lot of money, by the time I walked around here, I don't have any money. I had to keep going back to, the kids were saying, I had to keep going back and getting another job, or maybe then you had to go back and get more education so that you could get a higher raise in your job. So it really hits all of those key things. And then, if you want to, they talk about being prepared with insurance. So they will tell them, you need this. And so each time they see what it takes to really live in this world. So I'm really proud of my church doing that, and I wish they would do like a little curriculum so other people can uh, mimic that, and people can do that in their churches or at school. Because I think even at schools, just sitting down and talking about it, that's the way they teach a lot of times. Just sit down and talk about it. You, as AJ was saying, you can lose somebody, but if you walk them through it, physically walk them through it and take them into the journey, then they can actually see why this is important and how this works. That's what I wanted to say. I'm through.
Oh, there we go. All right, I'm not good with this. I love that. I wonder. I love that your church is doing that. That makes me smile. I think that's great. I think it's critical. But it's like it's like, don't you wish you knew the things now that you know when you first had the children? So I was like, how can we close that gap, right? Because I think back to when my children are 22 and 26 now, right? I wish I understood, hey, I should have been investing $1,000 a year ever since they've been born, right? If we'd have been doing that for 22 years or 26 years, that's 22,000, 26,000 invested total, which y'all know it's easy to blow $1,000 like in a year. Like it's only $84 a month, right? Like we're just throwing that out the window anyway. But if you look back to what that could have turned into, like the children could be financially free already. Just know that ahead of time. So I wonder about some sort of, I think about like a joint program, right? Where we're not only teaching
like
the young people about the financial literacy, but we're teaching the parents at the same time, like where everybody's having an open dialogue
and that's what I told her.
And then maybe the things are a
same
little
thing,
deeper for the
and I
parents,
told
of
Davita
course.
this a while ago because she
But then for the children, they're gaining the awareness and the insight. Let's get Brother Brandon. Brother Brandon, how many times have you been here? I feel like I've seen your face before.
This is my first time on here, but I've been
It's
on
your
your
first
post.
time.
So nice
Okay,
to,
all right.
yeah,
You must be one of them people be like, I know you from somewhere.
right.
No, I appreciate you joining in, bro.
Right, definitely my first. Yeah, and I appreciate y'all having me. This forum is great. It was great seeing the young ones advisors come on and do their thing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah. So as far as the financial literacy, this aspect, I come from a math background. I teach math. My wife and I have a company, and we created a course based on the same premise that you were talking about, Gwen, where like, okay, we can, yeah, for us, it was like, all right, we can teach you math, but if we don't teach you how to apply it, then you would be like, I don't know why I'm even learning this right here. So,
Right.
so we made a course where, we had three families going through a scenario, right? One was starting a business, one wanted to live off grid, one wanted to make have a homestead, but all three of them had to use financial literacy. They had to make a budget, and they had to think about, okay, some made investments, and they're like, okay, this is what I got for my investment. This is what I can put down on the house. And just walking through that whole story. We did this self-paced, and then we did it live. But we did it live. Oh my God, the children were lit. They were like, oh man, this is amazing. Really engaged, really like trying to figure it out. Okay, how much am I gonna make if I grow this many cucumbers, or should I grow cucumbers? Should I grow potatoes and things like that? And so when it comes to that financial literacy aspect, I think another thing is we definitely need to know how to account our money. We also should think about the value of growing food and the value of self-sufficiency in terms of using the land that we have to kind of have a symbiotic relationship with the earth, because the earth is, I mean, it's here, it's going to provide. Like, it provides. We plant a seed, it's going to give us abundance. We have abundance all over. And so that one, it does two things. So it builds a relationship with the earth and us. And then also it helps cultivate an abundance mindset. So that then when we're looking at financial literacy, we're also looking at how am I managing all this abundance that's coming through, and that's coming to me right now. Right. In the form of money and in the form of food and land and things like that. So glad we're having this conversation. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
I love that. I love that. How did you get here, brother? What was your first point of contact?
Oh yeah. Good. I'll let you know. I'll let you know the whole thing. So
let's go.
I first connected or came across Urban Intellectual because I built a course called Motherland Map. And so during that time I was looking at like everybody else who was kind of in the space or whatever have you, and came across your work. And I was like, dang, this is amazing. So and I think this is before the Sankofa Club and everything. But then, over the years, I kind of followed your journey just here and there. And then I signed up for your emailing list. And so I've seen y'all have these Sunday dinners, but I just I don't know, I was doing other things on Sunday. So today I just happened to be at my computer. I looked on the email and I was like, hey, they having it now? All right, bet. Let me go in there. So yeah, that's how it was. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, we glad. I've been looking for you. I ain't want to say nothing. I was gonna let it slide, but she'd be like, "Where you at?" Like, nah, we appreciate you showing up with us and getting on the loving people feel comfortable enough to come on and engage with us. So yeah, what they say, we
like
on bite. We family. We on bite.
Because also like in these spaces, I'm like, I think it's important for you to see me, right? Like in this video. So you don't see I'm just out here lurking. I'm
Okay.
You feel me?
I love it.
Welcome.
Honor. I love that. Yeah. This is great. Yeah. All right. Sister Roberta.
Good afternoon again. I totally agree with the importance of financial literacy, and I like the idea of doing something after school. But the other thing I think too that a lot of times we forget about with regard to financial literacy is that we also need to be learning about how to invest in multiple streams of income. Warren Buffett says that we should never rely on a single source of income, but we should have a second source to invest in. So because we're only one person, so we can only do so many jobs. And when we're working a job, we're trading hours, time for hours. So there's only so many hours that we as a single person or an individual can work. So I think that's, again, I've seen financial courses here in North Carolina in different places. But the thing that they always forget about is teaching about how do we invest in multiple streams so that we really make our money. We really do generate wealth and abundance. And I'm in 100% agreement with the gentleman that just came on that, yes, we need to be, learning how to grow our own food. And it's what we talk about all the time here. We cannot wait for anybody to save us. We must come together and save ourselves. Thank you. That's all I've got to say for right now.
That's all I got to say for right now. I love that. I love it. Hey, y'all know, like I said, we have one conversation, and then the tides will turn, and then we'll be in a totally different one. But that's Sunday dinner and how it goes. But this is a pretty open discussion. I like where we're going with it, but I think the crux of it is we're trying to figure out how can we improve our community, how can we strengthen our families, how can we strengthen our neighborhoods, and we got to start from the inside. So I love trying to figure out how to assist with solving these issues, right? So that's why I'm always trying to think about, well, what do we need? What else do we need in the community, right? what could be the bridge? What's the lifeline? Like maybe it's not. It's like it's in a nonprofit bar, right? What's that? Earlier this year, last year, I can't remember. A nonprofit bar, first of all, that's why. Right? And I'm like, what? Like, so I get the background on the bar, whatever. Anyway, this guy funds like building schools across the world, right? So he goes into quote unquote third world, which y'all know ain't nothing third world about them. Other resources are being raped by quote unquote first world countries. Anyway, but he had this philosophy that was really interesting. He's done amazing. I think they built something like 80 schools around the world, right? Like Africa, Asia, America, Central America, like just all over the place. It's just really amazing to hear. But he started talking. Oh, I forgot the principle. I need to go back into my notes. But he was talking about basically looking for something small that could have a major impact. Like, what can we do that's like reasonable, that's sensible, that $50 million. You get $50 million, I would imagine you could do something, right? Or you might be feeling like that's not enough, right? I don't know. But he found something small, say costs $50, right? Had like a significant impact. And what it was putting down concrete floors in these rural areas and in concrete floors in homes, right? And so instead of like it gets bigger. Let me give you a bit on what he was saying. But he was saying there was some study or that they were finding a lot of disease and illness comes from just from the ground, right? From the insects and the parasites that are in the floor and constantly being either barefooted or just walking around on this stuff. But like a study found that having a concrete slab like reduced their illness like 96%, right? And the whole thing was sick children aren't going to learn, right? They're not focused. They got to focus on survival. So if we can somehow minimize their illnesses, then you can give a chance at learning in school and having an impact. And so this was that small change, right? That's having a major impact on this area. And what he said was, he said, well, rather than going over there and building the concrete slab, build it and then start doing this on their own. Somebody can have an enterprise, a business, but they can do this themselves rather than depending on somebody else. But to me, it just represents that small change with a big impact. So I'm constantly trying to think things. What are small changes or small conversations or small windows of access that we can provide that might have a bigger or major impact. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't have a great one that reduces something by. I'm always just trying to think under that lens. Right? That makes sense to y'all. But I wish. Uh, The Saloon, I think that's the name of the spot. It's in the DC area. And I donated. Like I bought a brick. You could buy a brick on the building or whatever. I just thought it was a great idea. I thought it was a great movement. And the bar interesting to have a nonprofit. It's not something that you hear often as a nonprofit bar. But he was a very successful bar owner. And that was his thing. So he ended up selling this bar. He made a whole bunch of money. He's like, I don't need money no more. And basically, the only thing that I really know how to do is grow a bar. So he said, I thought, why not make that the revenue generator for the nonprofit? And that's what he went up to, right? So even beer can be helpful, right? I think that might have been my long term response, right? Even beer can be helpful if you got the right heart and you're using it in the right ways, right? Let's see. Someone says, "Are you familiar with Boyce Watkins? He has a booklet for children to learn how to start businesses, extra income." Yeah, Boyce is my guy. I was actually texting with him the other day. Yeah, that probably is the best connection. We definitely see eye to eye on most things, and I love that brother because he is definitely open minded, right? And he seeks to learn and understand before he tries to tell anybody what to do, which is which is rare these days. But oh, Queen AJ, you got something for it.
I definitely want to say, like, we always bring up great topics to Sunday dinner. uh, I
Uh-oh, you
said
went
we
out.
definitely always bring up great topics to Sunday dinner. And I think that with the financial literacy conversation in my presentation, I definitely strive to talk about, because you were saying like you don't know how to like coop everything in. I think that it's because, children learn different. They learn from different arenas. Some children learn things faster than other children learn things. And so I definitely think that some of the adults, like the teachers mentioned how the class sizes are like giant, huge, it's like 30 kids in one class. Only 5 of these students learn by sitting at a desk, and then the other 15 learn by playing outside. And then you have, the other 10 that learn better. And I think that when it comes to in our homes, how we teach our children. My mom was mentioning how parents don't have a lot of time. When you guys are juggling, the jobs and dealing with the schools and dealing with your own adults and stuff like that. I think definitely it helps to encourage your children themselves or other children, like older children, to commune with each other. I think because that helps when the younger teachers, like me, being able to teach some of the children out of the Sankofa Club is going to benefit the younger children. They're going to learn different things versus when they were just sitting in a class, because some of the topics that I bring up in class or um, in town hall or at Sunday dinner is going to be much different from what they're going to learn in the classroom. And when we have spaces to do these things. Like for me right now, I'm working on trying to create a Black Youth Creative Club, and I wanted to do it because I was my Mr. Damon. He hosts what do you call it? A talent show for us every so often, every season. And me and another girl were like, this is just so amazing. And it's very important for Black children to be able to cultivate their talents, because many times when we aren't going to Black spaces and we're showing our talents, we face like shame and scrutiny, and we're just looked at as so different in those spaces. So the way that we express ourselves and show our creativity is much different. And I was just thinking with the girl, we need our own space to do this. We need a Black space for youth to come together. And so we were talking about it, and I'm trying to get my stuff together now, like trying to get more kids information and stuff. And I'm just like so excited about it because I don't want it to just be a space for us to share creativity. I want it to be a safe space. We can talk to each other about these things. If you have any concerns, if like, even if like, because I think oftentimes with Black children, something that we do express is we can't talk to all of our teachers and stuff about any of this. We can't be like, hey, teacher, I want you to bring something financial literacy, because we have all of this stuff being taken out of the school and the teachers kind of literally can't do it. But then we have our parents who are so busy struggling and juggling with our home life, where we can't find time to sit down with our parents and figure out, hey, how are we going to do this? And I just think that that's why, like I said, I'm trying to create the space with the Black Youth Creative Group so that we can do something that even if we're not connect with everybody. Like everybody here, we're all from different places, different states and stuff like that. So we find it hard to like connect with everybody because we're all so far away from each other. But I definitely think when you do have the online space to do stuff like that, it's very important because it lets so many more people connect rather than you're trying to connect with a few Black people in your town or your school. And I think that this is a very important space for that.
Yeah, thank you for saying I still think she's advisor AJ is catfishing us, y'all. She can't be 16 years old. She's too thoughtful. This got to be a catfish situation, right? No, but I definitely appreciate it. And I think you're right. I think that the online space is really important, right? Like I know a lot of times our generation and older, my generation and older, we're like, all these kids, they own this technology too much and all of these things, but it ain't going nowhere, right? It's not going anywhere. And it gives us a lot of opportunities as well. Now, if you just using it for mess, right? Like the internet, you can use the internet for mess and be messy and be counterproductive and be destructive to yourself and others, but you use it for wonderful things, right? You can grow and learn. So it's really how you use the tool. So I love that you're trying to seek a way for you and your peers to get together, whether they're here or somewhere across the world, right? I think like that's a beautiful thing. And we talked one of these weeks about the young people, right? Being the revolutionaries, being the change agents in the world. So, I mean, you put your mind to a problem, you're definitely the one that can solve it, right? Advisors, we can give suggestions, but ultimately you're given the one that settles on your spirit is the one that you're going to move with, and we're probably going to think it's too radical, right? Because again, most of the elders, most of the older community are more conservative. We're like, hey, maybe you shouldn't rock the boat like that, right? And young people are like, yeah, no, we're not going to rock the boat. We flip the boat over, right? So a lot of us has lost that spirit. I was just watching a show. This is like it's on point, but it's a little off subject. But it's called The Morning Show. I don't know if y'all seen that. It's on Prime. I'm only in season 1, so don't ruin it for me. But anyway, like one of the producers is talking to, he's like producer of The Morning Show. Now he's like the main producer, like he's real high up in the company and the business. And there's this young, energetic young person that's moving up the ranks, but she flipping the tables over, right? Like she is bucking the system. And he was like, she said to him like one day, like, you're probably gonna want to stop me and this and that. And he said, oh, stop pushing, right? Pushing the envelope, pushing back. And he said, man, I remember when I used to push. I remember when I used to fight and push back. He said, but now I don't even know if I'm pulling. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, right? I'm just kind of existing because money, he got the clout, he's comfortable, he's happy. He don't really want to rock things because if you shake things up, he might lose his position, right? And just he kind of longed for that warrior spirit, if you will, right? So sometimes it takes the young people to come along and remind our souls that we need to get back in this fight and be on the front lines. Hey, Sister Gwen, you got your hand up. Come on back in to the discussion.
Yes, so I remember, I think this was about 2 years ago now. No, it was a little before Mr. Damon might have been on, but we had studied about the music, and then we had a class where our students presented their talents, musical talents, and what have you. After we had uh, finished about Black music, we started all the way from ancient times to present, and one of the things I thought about when so we have done that also with the with my class as well. And Mr. Damon, I've noticed that Mr. Damon does it, quite often, which is excellent. So, but I wanted to just let AJ know that one of the things that I saw that was just awesome, uh, although unfortunate, but they took a situation and made it awesome, was during the pandemic. There was a whole play done. A school did a whole play on Zoom with people in costumes and everything, and it worked out so well. It was amazing. They were not all in the same place. Maybe one or two were in the same place, but they knew their lines, and they they just let the camera switch off, and they did their lines, and they did whatever physical thing they needed to do, and they added some things, and it was awesome. So that the distance or what have you, they have overcame it, and it looks so cohesive. And for that to be done at a time when everybody was just still trying to navigate how to utilize Zoom and what have you, it was amazing. So, kudos to you for that. Thinking about doing whatever you decide to do, whether it's spoken word or plays or what have you. And if you need help with the plays, if you decide to do a play, I'd be glad to help you out from what I saw and what I know. And that's the other part of my business of producing reenactments or what have you. And that just made me think about something. All righty. Thanks so much. But I just wanted you to know that, that's a great idea. Uh, Advisor AJ, trying to get the right
Yeah,
title.
we,
Yeah.
we got to get
Okay.
used to it, right? All right.
Yeah. Oh, Freddie, you froze. Okay. Um. Okay.
This.
That.
Maybe. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was saying Brian had this.
You're still kind of going in and out.
One and out.
Yeah, I got terrible service. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yes.
Now you sound good.
Wherever you
Nah,
are standing now, you need to stay. Yeah.
maybe I need to turn my camera off. Is that better?
Okay. It
No.
was basically hearing you, but
Can you hear me now?
yes, we can hear
Yes,
you
we can
now.
hear you.
We're in the Verizon commercial. Some of y'all ain't old enough. But Brother Brandon, you had your hand up.
Yeah. So, all right. So being a millennial, right? So I've had a tough time with grappling with the speed of technology and the difference between how I grew up, where everything was face to face, we met face to face and everything like that, and then how things are now. But one of the conclusions that I came to was that um, right in this time, one, education is being decentralized, where before people used to have libraries in their house, or they used to have to go to the library to get information and to share information, to get knowledge. Now we can get it from our devices, right? So with that new freedom, now we can share information from our devices, and we don't have to go to a central location, though we do, right? With school and everything like that. So now we can be more creative. I'm going back to, what AJ's doing is amazing, and also going back to you saying like, okay, what's the small thing that we can do to make a big impact? This forum is a small thing that does make a big impact because it changes people's mindset, and it also helps us share and exchange ideas, even though I'm not even in the country right now, but I'm able to speak and talk to y'all and we're able to exchange right now. So so this is powerful, right? But then also you're able to have things like the Sankofa Club and kids all over the world, all over the country, all over the world can get online and learn. So I think that one of the mindset shifts is realizing that we have so many tools at our disposal right now, and there's nothing stopping us, like nothing at all. So I think another small shift that can happen is to get in the mindset of okay, what can we produce? Which is, I mean, with the presentations, with again this form and which you all are cultivating right here, that's what's happening. So what I see is that, you know, 10, 15, yeah, I see the future real bright. I see they're about to be there's going to be a golden age where things look a lot different than they do now. Like what's happening now, what we're seeing is like the last hurrah when it comes to all this chaos and hate and all this turmoil. But look at what it's doing. Look at what it's brewing. It's causing us to think like, okay, what else can we do? What else? And be more creative. And now we have the tools to do that with like very little cost. So with that being said, like one more. Yeah. With that being said, the power of what we have at our disposal, like we need to sit into that more, and then like rock it off because the only limit is our creativity. It's the only limit. And that's unlimited, right? Where to the young, I think the kings and queens earlier. We was talking about the Zulu declaration, I believe. That was powerful. That was powerful. So yeah.
Yeah, coming from the young people, right? Definitely dope. I love it. I love it. I think Sister Anita was saying she loved your optimism. Yeah, I mean, but these are opportunities, right? These are really opportunities for us. Like I mean, listen, what's going on is just really a reflection of what this country and how this country has always felt towards us anyway, right? So now they're just doing it in our faces, which I think is great. I think it's great to the point that I think Brother Brandon is making, is that it's waking us up, right, and reminding us that we're gonna have to act, right? We're gonna have to do something and continue to grow and build, not just wait for something magical to happen. We're gonna have to create it. So, but we always have, right? We always have. We've always been here and fighting and building and growing. So like this is different. It's nothing new.
Excuse me, can I
Man,
interrupt?
oh, go for
Hi, I'm sorry. I cannot find the button to say raise your hand anywhere on my
it. No
on my little
worries.
bitty phone. So my apologies. I do believe in order. I'm so glad same way as Brandon found out through looking on YouTube or something, and something came up, or somehow I end up getting connected to you. So this is my first Sunday breakfast. When it came on my phone, like, what in the world is
Oh,
a Sunday
excellent.
breakfast? And I'm like, what is this? And how did they get my number? I was like about to block you, to be honest. I said, no, let me open and see what this is. Because I did, so then when I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Thank you
Oh,
for doing what you're
beautiful.
doing and what you're doing. And young kings and queens, you are awesome. I am so
Oh,
excited for you and where your life is going to take you, which
yes.
is nothing but you will truly live your life as a king and a
Mhm.
queen, not just in name, but in your deeds and your actions as well. My question is 2 points actually. One, I'm going to sign up for the Sankofa, so that's that. Now that
Please.
I have that
All right.
Sankofa.com, so I can do that. And if it's okay, can I get Brandon Berry? I've just been I have an opportunity to work with the youth at a community center. Okay, so with that, I'm all into financial literacy and the importance of it, as well as the Black history. So, is it possible, Brandon, if you're okay, if you can put your link in? I'd like to buy your course that you say you have, so I can have that with a combination of what I want to add and give them a good basis for that portion. If you're okay with that, sir.
Yeah, if that's okay with if
Is that
that's
okay with
okay
you,
with
sir, with Mr.
right,
Freddie? I don't
right.
want to, yeah,
Yes,
whatever.
yes,
Okay,
Okay,
yes.
okay. All right, cool. Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I'll share that number. No worries.
okay, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Freddie
you.
Excellent,
loves
excellent.
CS Network.
I'm sorry.
I said Mr. Freddie loves the CS Network. He encourages it a lot.
Okay, excellent. Okay, very good. Yeah, because I don't want to be out of order because that's not right. So
Good to
thank
know.
you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, no, I appreciate both of y'all, respect for the platform. But yeah,
is what we're here for. And this is how we grow, right? We don't have all the solutions. So we just continue to try to build that bridge, right? To find them. That we better do it. So I love it. But I'm excited that y'all, the Brandon, I think you're right. You know, this I'm biased, of course, but I think we're building and cultivating a special space, which is why I take my time to be here, right? Like I'm traveling right now as well. In fact, I'm doing something crazy that I wanted to share with y'all. Uh-oh, somebody's raising their hand. Look for a tab. Oh, okay. Not crazy. It's not. It's actually amazing, right? I watched Hamilton a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago or something like that. And y'all, I woke up this morning and flew to New York City. I'm in New York City today, and I'm about to go see Hamilton at 7 o'clock. So I got like under 2 hours now
That's awesome.
to go and have this experience. But I'm so excited. I can't tell you. I can't wait to be in the room where it happens. The room where okay, I ain't gonna sing it to y'all, but hopefully you see Hamilton. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But it was spectacular on Netflix or Prime. You can watch it, but I hear it's just amazing in person. And the black guy that plays Aaron Burr is back for I think through
Hey,
November. So
hey.
I wanted to make sure, yeah, I want to make sure I'm going to be there for that. Oh, welcome to the city. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm in and out though. I'm out tomorrow morning, but it's gonna be great. So I said that to cut in. I hate to be I hate to cut things short. I know we showed 2 hours on Sunday dinner, but hey, Brandon and I forgot the other new sister. Sometimes we go much longer than 2 hours, right? When things are really cooking, we take our time. But today could have been definitely one of those days. I just literally got to go ahead, get my clothes together, and get ready, grab and go over here because I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss 1 second. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. So I got some content I created while I'm out here on this trip, but and I'm sorry about the tech issues that I had. We were supposed to have a special session before this event, before Sunday dinner, but y'all tech problems I'm going through. So I'm gonna get it together though. One of these days, right? But I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank the advisors. I got to get used to that. I want to thank the advisors coming out. Advisor AJ, our fellows, Queen Kai, Gwen, King Ace, right? Our newest king inside of the Sankofa Club. So if y'all not in the Sankofa Club, man, get inside of the Sankofa Club. We definitely doing some wonderful things inside of the program. Hey, Tuesday we got a presentation. I gotta mention that to y'all, and so y'all can tell Tamiko he did say it. He only said it once, but he did say it. We have a legacy presentation because that's what we're talking about, right? Legacy in our future and building and growth. And here at Urban Intellectuals, of course, we do a lot more than just what you see. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. Here is the link for that. It's Tuesday. I believe it is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, 8 p.m.
Thank you. And I love it because the community stays on me, right? They keep somebody's got to be paying attention, right? Keep me straight. Freddie, you did Tamiko you the information about the offer. No, she didn't, Karen. I didn't even tell Tamiko I was coming. So don't tell her, right? She gonna don't tell on me. Don't be no snitch. She find out. I know one of y'all snitched, right? No, because I just knew I was like flying in. We had these events. I had to host, and then like I'm going to the thing, and then I'm flying straight out. So I ain't really. I will spread the word about the financial industry. I love it. Yeah, definitely spread the word. Please spread the word about Sunday dinner as well, right? I definitely want to continue to grow this space. It's just typically much larger. I just had these tech issues. It's always something, man. But we're gonna sort all this stuff out because I'm ready to go. I think we got a great program. I think we got a great format. I think we got a great community of people that
right? And that being y'all showing up each Sunday. And we have these micro discussions about what we need to do to help ourselves. If you don't know, we got our own social network inside of Urban Intellectuals. It's called Sankofa Universe. And I want to start making that. I want to, because y'all know how we talk about we have all these wonderful ideas, right? Really like multi-step ideas on things that we can do, but then they kind of go get lost in the sauce, right? So I want to start using our social network. It's not just a social network, so I shouldn't just say that, but I want to start using that where we can start to build out, checklists and programs where we can start working together and encouraging one another to go and take action in our communities with each of these things. Like, for instance, last week we were talking about basically political action committees, right? On a local level, and the things that the community can do to put together that list of demands that they need for uh, their local politicians, right? That's they work for the people, but if you don't have any demands, and if you're not showing up making demands of them and voting them out of office, then year goes by, year goes by election goes by, and nothing ever gets accomplished. But if you actually have a physical list of your desires for your community, you can make sure, all right, this year was a bad year. We only got 2 of these things checked off, but hey, we're going to continue to push and move, but we need to be a little bit more organized. So I want to start using Sunday Dinner as the same platform that you know and love. I want to kind of start expanding it so that throughout the week, throughout the weeks and the months and really the year, we can not only continue the conversation, but we can continue to build and make the change and the difference that we all want to see. So be on the lookout for that. If you're not on Sankofa Universe, I think you can go to sankofauniverse.com. That should redirect you straight to us. I'm almost certain it will. If you go to urbanintellectuals.com/universe, I know it's there, but sankofauniverse.com should take you straight there. As it's free, but give you a bunch of access to more, and we'll be opening up some of the vault to our free membership, right? So it'll be free for joining Urban Intellectuals. How you really kind of get down with us and get more than just conversation. I'll say that. So, man, but yeah, this was great. I appreciate y'all being here. Sorry, I got to cut things short, but I got to go get in the room where it happens. I am so excited about this play. I told my 26, he almost fell out of his chair. I didn't realize he was that in Hamilton as well. And listen, y'all, I fought even wanting to watch it forever. I was like, this is corny. I don't want to see none of this. And I watched it and I'm like, I'm playing the soundtrack. Like, I'm like all in. I'm in for real. I really am. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah. All right. Good conversation. Oh man. I love that y'all appreciate what we're doing. But hey man, we need another 2 million people just like us, right? Working together and doing something like this. All right, maybe not 2 million, but we can definitely get to 200,000, right? Definitely for that. So, but anyway, all of this is great. I definitely appreciate y'all being here. Next week, I think I'm gonna try to figure out, are we gonna have somebody step in and host next week? Next week, I leave for Nigeria. I'm going next Sunday. We leave for Nigeria, going on our Sankofa experience, taking a group of people over there to Nigeria for the first time. So I'll actually be flying on Sunday. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly to do. And I'm trying to see, while I'm in Nigeria, can I host a Sunday dinner? Because I just think like that'd be pretty cool. And then after that, we should be back on regularly scheduled program. But stay tuned for what is happening next week, and we'll continue to build and grow
If you
as
can't,
well. So,
Freddie, if you
I'm sorry.
can't host, this is Gwen.
Oh, hey,
I'm sorry.
Gwen.
I was saying, if you can't host, I'll host. Just let me know.
Oh, okay. I'm almost certain then. I'm almost certain I can't host next week. So I've touched, and yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, because I don't want to lose the momentum, right? I don't want to stop. So definitely I appreciate that. But yeah, so okay, all right, Sister Gwen is gonna host next week. So we're just gonna say that. That'll make it easy. I ain't got to sweat and worry over that. And I have, Tamika will be in contact with you, Gwen.
Yeah,
So we'll make sure that that happens.
let's talk and see where you want to go with that. Okay, I'll host.
Yes. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I keep y'all posted on Nigeria and all that good stuff and how it goes. And I'll make sure I share my videos and pictures and I'll try to let y'all know about the food. I'm an African foodie, y'all. So y'all know I get over there. I'm gonna do the history too. Hold on. We're gonna get into the history, the culture as well. My people are Yoruba through my mom's side. So I'm excited to go connect with that culture directly. But I'm definitely interested in food. And we're not only going just to Nigeria, going to Nigeria. I don't know why they call Cote d'Ivoire that and the Ivory Coast. Well, actually, I do because they used to call it the out that coast, right? Like that's what these psychopaths would do, right? So anyway, Cote d'Ivoire, and now I'm looking forward to that. But I'll give y'all a report on Hamilton as well next time I see you. So thank you, Gwen, for stepping in. Appreciate all of our kings and queens and our advisors, and then all of you for being here with us today. Good conversation. I will be in touch, but Sister Gwen's gonna come at you next week, and maybe rather than I try to dictate from afar, right? And that way you can have something juicy, right, to get into. So, all right, good people. Until next time, be safe, be smart, and power to the people. Good evening.
Blessings all. Have a good, safe trip.
Hold up.
Sawabona, Hotep.
Sakona.
Cowabona.
Kona.
Alabama and peace to everyone.
Have a nice evening.
I still do that. Listen to Apple Music, which I
Yeah.
Travel mercies.
Thank you.
Mercy.
She called me
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Enjoy Hamilton.
Betty, are you
Yes.
flying out of
It's
Canada?
amazing.
I loved it. I didn't see
Yes.
it in New York, but I saw it on TV. And love watching it. Enjoy.
Yes.
I saw it in both places. So you're going to really enjoy New York, Freddie. You're going to really enjoy it. It's amazing there.
I'm so excited.
Are you going
I'm
from
so
Kennedy?
and I was saying, see
Are you
I'm
flying
sorry?
from Kennedy? Are you flying from JFK?
the news. I knew that.
Yeah, but I'm not going straight to Nigeria.
Oh, okay,
When
all
I
right.
fly
Yeah, because I'm
out.
about 10 minutes from there. So, okay, cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm 10 minutes
Oh,
from
okay.
Kennedy. Well, 7 if you're rushing, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
All right.
Well, I'll be back. Next time I'll try to give some advance notice, and then maybe we can
Okay,
have
cool beans.
meetups.